Welcome to your CS Suite, your management and accounting system. CS Suite is an ERP system that allows you to record your business transactions, be it an office, a shop, a clinic, a property agency, a Sacco, or a lending institution. The ERP system comes with a core part of the system that allows you to run your core business. That is the stores, the sales ledger, the purchase ledger, the fixed assets, the worksheets, the payroll, the cash book, and the general ledger. For those of you who run shops and offices, that is all that you'll need to run the system. For clinics, in addition to that, you will also have the clinic patient system, subsystem, which includes the patient ledger, the treatment notes, the vital and procedures, the tests and investigations, and the prescriptions. For landlords and property agents, you have your subsystem that allow you to register your properties, your meters, your tenants and their leases, your projects, which includes selling property, selling land, or any other projects, and the clients that go with those projects. So within the properties, you'll have the units. You will also be able to do the billing. Within the meter ledger, you'll be able to record the meters, the meter readings, and do the readings and billing. And for the tenants, you'll be able to record the tenants and their leases. That will allow you to know where the tenants are with respect to each and every property. For the lending institutions or circles, you'll be able to register your products, that is the loan and savings products. You'll also be able to register your members so that you can be able to track the individual transactions. This is the system, your system. In addition to that, you can run this system in a smartphone, that is a mobile phone, a laptop, and a standard computer or a large screen computer. If you're running on a laptop, you will be required to zoom out to -75%. That is, you highlight Control minus up to -75 so that the screens can fit in your laptop. If you're using a mobile phone, you will do the same. Through your browser, you zoom out to -50. When you do that, you'll be able to access the system on your mobile phone. The system also has what is known as an SMS facility. It's a facility that also comes with a module for your clients, a link that allows them to be able to access any information you send to them directly, and from their link, they'll be able to access the individual accounts, after including the individual records and any other information you send them through text, and they can also be able to reply to you through their facility. So in this system, you have also the facilities that it comes with a diary that allows you to record your events that are upcoming so that you can get a reminder of the things that you need to do in a short time to come. You can change your password, you can access the database. You also have, for each and every module within the system, an equivalent reporting module. That is to say that wherever you are within the module, you'll be able to see the reports appertaining in that particular record, up to including the main consolidated reports for the same module. For instance, if you're dealing with a customer, you can be able to see the reports appertaining that particular customer, while at the same time, you could go to the reports and see the consolidated reports that pertain to all those customers, which are now called the consolidated reports. So you can see the consolidated reports. So the system has what is called a standard. The standard is what you see, a standard that comes with a guide. Each and every module has a guide that allows you to read, to know about the module, to know how to interact with the module, and to know how to process the data, and to generate reports appertaining that module. So just as you see in the sales ledger, So it is in the patients for the clinics. So in the patients for the clinic, the receptionist, all they need to do is have the patient's ledger. They will be able to record the patient's the information. They will be able to put in the attendance, generate invoices where applicable, including insurance invoices, and also generate receipts. So a receptionist can do all that work in just one patient's ledger. And the doctor will just only be required to put in the medical notes, that is the treatment notes, and can also generate what is known as a medical report. For the properties, similarly, you'll be able to register your properties, and you can also be able to put in your units. And each and every unit, you can see who the tenant is in that particular unit. You can bill the properties, and when you bill the property, the invoices go to individual tenants, and each and every tenant will be able to access the information. That is, if you've given them a link to their portion of the system, they can be able to see the invoices up and including in their smartphones. For the same thing with the lenders, there is the member ledger where you'll be able to register the members, and each and every member, you can keep track of their loans, and a member can have multiple loans with each and every loan having its own configuration. So this system, when everything is done, all the data will come down to the general ledger. If you look at the cash book, you have the cash sale, which also has what's called the point of sale. You can generate receipts for services or items that you've sold, and generate a POS receipt and give it to the customer. And this information will update both the stores and the general ledger. So when the system is in use, each and every person will use a portion of the system, and any information that is posted, any financial information that is generated, processed, and posted will automatically also be posted in the general ledger. So in the general ledger, all the transactions will come automatically, and all that one might be required is just to highlight a batch and see the day's transactions that have come to the general ledger automatically. This is important because you may not have a resident accountant, and you may come once a month, or maybe you just have an auditor who comes once a year, and because the system does the accounting for you, they will be able to access the information without any additional effort on your part. So you, as the owner or the user of the system, you have what is known as the dashboard. The dashboard is the heart of the system. The dashboard gives you information in graphical format. You can see that you have the information. If you have multiple branches, you can change the branches. You can also change what you want to see within the dashboard, and you can also change the orientation of the graph based on what you're comfortable with. So maybe you're comfortable with a line graph, and you'll be able to see the same report in a line graph format. In addition to that, you have what are known as drill down features, which is you can be able to access information and also be able to drill down to the transactions that make that information. So you can come and say you want to look at the cash, and you can see all the transactions that bring about cash. Yeah. You'll be able to drill down and see the transactions. You can see here the transactions that bring about each and every component. So the dashboard is a very key component because you don't need to access reports to make sense of your business. All that's required of you is to go to the dashboard, and once you're familiar with it, how it works through the guide, you'll be able to see your information in a snapshot. And you can do that through your smartphone, through your tablet, through your laptop, and through your computer. And because it's an online system, you can access it both locally in your office or in your shop, or even in the evening when you're at home, or even when you've traveled out of town or out of the country. So this system is for you. It is a system that is specifically designed for you, that gives you information that adds value to your business. If you look at the GL reports, you can see that your accountant or your auditor will only be interested in these reports. That is the trial balance, the balance sheet, and the profit and loss, among other reports. And you can access them, the trial balance, say as it is. You can also access the same trial balance on a monthly basis. You can access it on a quarterly basis or even on an yearly basis. This is important because during the audit process, the auditor will be able to guide you on the performance of your business, whether the business is meeting your yearly objectives or not, whether it is progressing upwards, whether it has stagnated, or whether it's on the decline. So this system is best suited for your work if you are an SME, a small to medium-sized organization, an office, a shop, a clinic for a doctor and a reception or receptionists or doctors, a property agency, a Sacco, and a microfinance. This is your system. Thank you.